Alright, so continuing on from part 1 to 2 of college football picks, top 25, week 3 against the spread. I left off with Mississippi State LSU, like I said in part 1. Just had to wait for that. Thumbs up if you think that's retarded. That's right. Like I said, I think this was the toughest pick of the week. It's probably the toughest pick of this year, actually, which I kind of find myself pretty surprised with, because Mississippi State is a weird team to pick. Every time you pick them, they always let the other team go over the spread. Every time you don't, they seem to hold the team under the spread. And their offense is either really good or really bad. Their defense is really good or okay. LSU, they're the same way. And this is an 8.5. This is a very difficult spread number because it's more than a touchdown. But I don't think they won by a touchdown. I think they won by less, but at the same time, if I pick Mississippi State, I think they win by more. I did go with LSU. LSU's speed is just way too great, and their defense can contain this not-so-good offensive Mississippi State. So I did go with LSU because also they have the home advantage. Boise State at Wyoming, 23.5 point favorites, Boise State, and I want to stick with Boise State. Wyoming's not too great, even though they did actually hold Texas into the spread, but obviously we're talking about Boise State, not Texas. Boise State's offense is a lot more better, and I pick Boise State. Texas at Texas Tech, obviously a huge rivalry in the state of Texas. I hate both teams, so 2.5 point favorites for Texas. I actually did pick Texas. It's going to be a close game, and it's going to be, to me, it might be a shootout. And I think, honestly, it's going to come on to the last drive, and I think Texas is going to have the last drive and win. Utah at New Mexico, 22.5 point favorites. Utah is. I picked Utah. New Mexico is just not good. And Utah is obviously a lot better. New Mexico is just like ranked 100th. So, and they're just terrible. So I picked Utah. Houston at UCLA, only 2.5 point favorites. UCLA is a pretty good defense team, but just Houston is very high-powered offense. Chase Keenum is just the bomb, and UCLA's offense is just god-awful. Even Houston's defense can probably hold UCLA under double digits. That's how bad their offense is. So I'm picking Houston to cover, and they're going to cover by a lot. So Houston on that one. And here is what I think should be the game day game. Iowa at Arizona, and these are two ranked teams. By the way, the ranking system in this game on PoolTracker.com, I don't know if you guys are on PoolTracker too, is their rankings are different from the AP Top 25, so I don't know if Houston's 23 or not. I know Iowa's 9, but I don't know if Arizona's 24 or not, so just keep that in mind. Only 1.5 point favorites. Iowa is. Obviously, you have a very good Arizona offense and a very good Iowa defense. But Iowa has a good offense, and Arizona has an okay defense. And just due to that matchup, I actually think Iowa is going to cover, well, maybe only by a touchdown. I only think they're going to win by a touchdown. And it's also one of those games I think Iowa will, shut Arizona out on the fourth quarter. Iowa's just one of those teams that, to me, they can close the whole game, then you just pretty much dominate the fourth quarter. So I think that's just how it's going to turn out. You might see a couple lead changes, but Iowa is going to win that one. And here's a game that not too many people know about, except for Wake Forest fans and Stanford fans. Wake Forest at Stanford. Obviously, the huge change of time zones is going to affect Wake Forest, and I think Stanford's going to cover the 17.5 because Wake Forest isn't really that good. And when you allow Duke to score over 45 points, you know you're not good. Even though you still somehow win, you know your defense is not good. So, especially with luck at quarterback at Stanford, I actually think Stanford is going to win by a good 20-something amount. So Stanford on there. And since the tiebreaker got two high-powered offenses, I put 78. I'm probably going to change that to 90. Yeah, that's pretty big. So, yeah. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the picks again. Obviously, last week I didn't do as good as I would have liked to have, but hopefully this week I'll do better. I feel really confident in these picks. Last week I didn't feel so confident with these picks. I feel really confident in them, and I hope you do too. So, yeah, guys, that's it. This is Ryan, also known as Florida Gator News, and part 1 is being uploaded as we speak. So, I'm out. Peace.